Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Bros 1975.
Welcome to another A500 versus Megadrive comparison video. In this video I'll be taking a look at Alien Storm, released by SEGA in the arcades in 1990, and kind of a futuristic update on the Golden Axe formula. At least that's how I took it, and a lot of magazines also at the time. It's a 1 or 2 simultaneous player with a character roster of 3 people, a man, a woman, and a novelty alien. Well, no, not a novelty alien character, that's the people you're fighting, Dave. A novelty robot character who I believe can blow himself up. You wouldn't be allowed to do that now, would you? And speaking on stuff about you being able to do now, in the arcade the female character is called Karen. So let's be honest, if this game was made today, Karen wouldn't be fighting the aliens, she'd be on their fucking side and trying to represent their rights. Anyway, so basically I want to compare it to the Megadrive because this was another game that we lauded over our Amiga friends back in the day, and you would think that this probably wouldn't be such you know, an unfair comparison to do. I have not played this, and I have not played the Megadrive version since I probably did my Megadrive versus arcade comparison, because the reason we used to laud it over the Amiga kids back in the day was because it was another one of those games that magazines chucked around the phrase arcade perfect. It's an extremely impressive game that bears an incredibly strong resemblance to the arcade if you play it by itself, but if you play it side by side with it, it does not. So anyway, you are the alien busters, and Earth is being threatened by, well, guess what? That's right, aliens, and you have to fight them off because you're like a unique special forces, and you're the only people who can save them, because apparently in this world where we have a military, what's the fucking point? They don't do anything, much like every game like this. So there are 3 of you, a man, a woman, and a robot, and I believe is this somewhat of a pseudo sequel to, or set in the same universe as Alien Syndrome. Who knows? Let's get into that. Music's a bit pants. I mean, to be fair, it's on the smallest loop ever, but I can't remember what the Megadrive music sounds like, so. Anyway, that's an accurate rendition. Oh, by the way, this was also released on the Master System by SEGA, which is an all-right port. And then the home micros, because I want to say that this is by Tiertex, but probably released by Virgin, I don't know. So, it's Tiertex, is it? Well, I don't have high hopes for it. But yeah, also released on the Master System, Atari ST, Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum, Amstrad CPC. These versions were done in 1991. Right, sorry I bored the tits off you. Let's get into it. Right, so it is 2-player, should you want it to be. So there we have Gordon. Oh yeah, Carla in the home ports for some reason, which I can live with because I'm not a fan of Karen's. And Scooter, isn't he named something else as well? I don't know. And their costumes get changed colour, I think. We'll find out. Boom. Right, mission 1, aliens are in the city, only you can save the people. 3 of us. Right. No music in game. Hitboxes is a bit pants. Looks like the arcade. Double tap? No. No. Can't do the dash then. I have 2 buttons. That was flickertastic. I think I've just had a seizure. It looks alright, so... Ooh, scrolling. The aliens look... Okay. Filthy habit. Are decent renditions of the arcade. The controls are a bit squiffy. Turn around, thank you. That's city property, you bastard. That's taxpayers' money. Oh yeah, Coke. Coke and it. See, right, when the aliens hit you, you turn around, you immediately turn off facing the other direction. Which means then you have to run out of the way, because for whatever fucking reason you can't turn around. That's a major issue. Pretty sure that's only in this one. You got your go sign in case you realise you had to go so. See, look! Who thought that was a fucking good idea? We'll have to see if that's on the Mega Drive. I don't know if it is. Oh, okay. Does that mean I only get 3 continues? That was the weakest. Lack of sound effects. What? In the name of actual piss? So we've got a new tactic, which is run around, shoot them, run around, shoot them. If you can fucking hit them. These controls are terrible. These controls are absolute shit. Why is it so hard to hit them? I've got a horrible feeling. I've only got 3 fucking continues. That's it, run off. Right, I think we found something here. He appears to have an actual weapon that does something. Now, obviously, there are first-person state. I take it back. First-person stages, which I always thought was a neat idea to mix it up from, you know, predecessor Golden Axe. It's not a sequel, I am aware. That Golden Axe eventually got its own sequel, which I do have a gameplay of. I'm not liking these controls at all. Right, so you can see my health. To the right of my avatar, which is in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. The cans, they do nothing. Much like the goggles. See what I did there? The scrolling is awful. Stationary, it doesn't look too bad. Convenience. Okay. Oh right, I had to move forward, not up. Okay, this is cool. And looks alright. Why have I got to shoot fizzy cans, fizzy drink cans, when I'm in the middle of a fucking convenience store? You know, I am aware it's a video game, but just saying, and I'm dead. Okay, that's alright. It's not the smoothest of scrolling. Because my cursor doesn't go all the way to the bottom of the screen, it's a tad difficult to get my tasty and delicious beverages as they fall down. Oh, we're going back. Although this is quite cool. Now, would I have been happy with this? If I liked the arcade, I would have been more than happy with this, I guess, because it does look the part. Choppy scrolling aside, the characters and enemies do. See, look! Trying to get the fizzy drink. These are representations of the arcade. However, even as a kid, I would have said, why do I keep facing the wrong way once I get twatted? And why are these controls and shooting them and my hitbox all awful? Mission 2. Thanks for letting me read it. See? You don't get used to it. Because it's stupid. I'm not going to try and press 2 buttons at once. Because, to see if I can do the dash. Because I don't want to waste my suicide attack. Like I said, you'd never get away with that now. You know. The easily fragile people wouldn't like it. But it is cool. For fuck's sake. Okay. While not perfect, in fact, definitely not perfect because I'm fucking sucking right now. At least with his weapon, fuck it, let's try both. Okay, did they take it out? I'm pretty sure he blows himself up. Maybe I've completely imagined it and I'm confusing it with a different game. But his weapon's better than everyone else's. But that's still like, you know, saying a shit covered in, you know, glitter is nicer than a regular dog shit. But like I said, the enemies are all in here, it appears. I don't even get to the running stage to do a comparison of that. Why is it so fucking hard to hit them? And when you get a couple on the screen like this at once, because you should be able to play this single player, but that turning around is absolutely unforgivable. I have no idea what happened to my voice then. Absolutely unforgivable. Look, the Sega board. Look how diverse they are. Karen would be pleased then. That's kind of cool. But yeah, that turnaround thing, when you get hit, just renders it absolutely, forgivably, brutally hard. And I haven't played the Megadrive version in ages, so it'll be interesting to see how it compares, because does it do that? I don't know. I mean, if it's in the arcade, then you could say it was accurate to put it in there, but I'm pretty sure I don't think it is. Also, the music's nothing to write home about. Anyway, let's bang in the Megadrive version. So here we go with Alien Storm on the Megadrive. Right off the bat, much more bigger and impressive title screen. Now, the reason, like I said, I wanted to compare this one was we used to lord it back in the day over our Amiga mates, because obviously the Mega Drive was out before the Super Famicom, and it was the only other 16-bit we could have you know, playground wars with. But all the magazines in themselves went on about how impressive an arcade port this was, you know, how close it was to the arcade. I've got a sense of deja vu, which we'll talk about in a moment. But so once again, early Mega Drive title, but they went above and beyond. So you get arcade, you get dual, much like Golden Axe, which is a one-on-one fighting game, I guess. One player versus two player, or I guess versus computer. Options, sound test. Let's have a look in the options. Easy. Why do they always do this? As a default, your special attack. This is not the Amiga's fault that we get 3 buttons, okay? I am aware of that. But we get a special attack on A. Why would you do that? Clearly, we want that is our, you know, control layout of choice, if you will. Arcade. Here we go. Bigger screen. Yep. And for whatever reason, the bloke's changed his pants. Right. Doesn't tell me the names. I guess we do that in, okay, in game. Right, mission 1, save the people. See, we're starting. None of them, this version and the other version, don't have the intro, which is you have you serving burgers in your, you know, your van, and then aliens attack, and it turns into the Alien Busters van. It's a cool intro. It's in my comparison of this versus the arcade, but so doesn't tell us our name. We're just unknown protagonists. The layout of the screen is the same as the Amiga, which is the same as the arcade, so you would expect that as the flashing go in the top right hand corner. We're starting in the burbs. Not sure. Got a funny feeling you don't start in the burbs in the arcade, and I may have mentioned it in that comparison video. I think the music's better, which is a shame, because it's the Amiga, and that should have been able to do better music than this. Or was the Amiga. Your sprite's bigger, better animated, enemies are smoother. Right, hit me. Well, it threw me. Come on. Oh, you do face the other way. However, right, I'm going to get down to 1 alien. Yeah, you face the other way. Wow. But, for whatever reason, hit me. Because it throws you away and stuff like that, it gives you the option. You're not in harm's way immediately once you've been, you know, attacked and turned around. Don't remember that from this version. Got a dash, which is double tap. Amiga should have been able to do that. So yeah, I mean, it's tier tech, so did they even play the fucking arcade? Again, not really their fault. I mean, the fact that they could do the number of games they did and the time scale that they did was impressive. But, oh, better save the bird. This is well impressive. Apart from the fact, oh, get off. I appear to have, look at your character as well. He's so much more responsive. Okay, now if you run and press 2 buttons at once, you do that little flip over the head. Please notice how my crosshair goes pretty much to the bottom of the screen. This is way better as well. So you would have thought stationary, well not stationary, but somewhat less demanding level like this, they could have done pretty much bang on the Amiga, you know. There wouldn't be that many differences. But then as I said, it was tier text. That was a bit short, and I just fucked up some poor bastard's barn. Mission 2. We're still outside town. Why is he eating the house? They didn't invade to eat us, it turns out. They've got a penchant for masonry. Yeah, the controls are so much tighter. Way tighter, not just because I'm playing it on the D-pad. Oh look, we got to jump regularly. Roll, that's right. Sorry, I completely forgot. B's roll. Look at his little pistol. Oh, he thinks he's in the army. You know, those people who couldn't be asked to show up for an alien invasion. There he is. Times are tough, mate. Maybe they can't afford house insurance. That's just rude. Alright, he's more interested in eating me. That's such a nice chunky noise. Oh! Just from the ability how quickly you can turn from left and right. He says, and he still gets twatted. Is amazing. I mean, this is a SEGA game and it's ported by SEGA, so you would expect that level of love. Why are they all fucking off? You know, attention to detail, commitment. But, you know, I see no reason that the Amiga couldn't have done a closer port. Get some of this in your life. I just realised I got no... Look at this. Oh, special attack. Oh, he can shoot backwards. The sprites are well impressive on this. I mean, this is a very early game as well. Oh, hang on. Oh, they're like the thieves in Golden Axe. What it is, let's basically be honest here. It's Golden Axe Space Edition. Didn't get this far on the Amiga to do a comparison, but I think it's safe to say we knew which... Wow, look at him. Pretty athletic. Which was going to win. I do like the fact that it mixes up game styles as well, though. You've got your first person, you've got your sprinting. It's basically a side-scrolling shoot 'em up. Those tights must really be chafing at that speed. And you're essentially one-on-one, you know, or one-on-one. Well, it's kind of one-on-one fighting, beat 'em up, a la Double Dragon kind of action, a la Golden Axe. And the music is fantastic. Right, we're downtown. So was that a bonus level? Did they add an extra level in? Could be. I do like the variety of aliens as well, though. So, safe to say, again, a bit unfair, but that's the thing about these Amiga versus Megadrive comparison videos. It's a computer compared to a dedicated games console, you know. Jack of all trades, master of none versus basically a games machine with somewhat similar architecture to some of the machines it was trying to put. It was never going to be, you know, really fair comparison. But I like doing it because it's just a good job reminiscing about the fights we had. And let's be honest, we loved those fights. You know, none of us really knew what the fuck we were talking about back then anyway, apart from what looked better. And we didn't have the internet, so it was based purely on word of mouth, you know, whether you got games or what the magazine said. And more often than not, the magazines were fibbers. But yeah, this was another example of a game where we all said that, you know, to the Amiga kids, yeah, well, whatever, look at this. Think your shit's badass. This is badass. Oh, I just want to get in the shop. Why haven't I got... Apparently I haven't got a special weapon anymore. I need one. I want one in my life. Go on. Just want to get in the shop. Just want to dance. That's as stupid as a ta- I'm going to take you up in the air and drop you. Ever so slightly inconvenience you. There we go. But yeah, so safe to say, the Megadrive gets it in this comparison video. Is the Amiga if you were happy or you like the arcade, you probably would have been happy with the Amiga versions from a stationary perspective. It does look the part. It appears to have, you know, from how far I got into it, you know, the content from the arcade. It's just, while I openly admit now that this has that turnaround mechanic, it's too brutal in the Amiga. You get thrown by an enemy that immediately stays behind you. There's none of that throwing you across the screen, which is what they do in this version, making that an extremely cheap and unfair attack. That with the stiff controls make it somewhat pretty fucking awful to play. So yeah, safe to say this version wins it, but that's not really what these videos are about. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think about this game in the arcades, on the Amiga, on any of the home ports. I have a gameplay of the Spectrum. It's not as bad as you might think it is. I think I have a gameplay of the Master System as well. It's alright. And thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you later. See what I mean about the tack? When they turn you around, watch. Space. It's all about the space. Anyway, bye.